as I said, this is going to be all about keeping organized during the iSearch. And we have a very specific organizational system for you to use. So you have all created some source cards. And for each source, whether it's your interview, a website, a book, you've given it a number, a source number. 1, 2. So now that you have your source cards, most of you are going to be ready soon to move on to taking note cards. And that's where the real research is happening. So everything starts off as an index card. Source cards look like this, and note cards look like this. So I have my topic, which is about California, traveling to California. I have my 5 sources, and I have my 4 sub-questions, right? I only have 3 of them up here for now. I've got cost. How much is it going to cost me this trip? Should I rent a car or should I take the train? What's my itinerary going to be? What am I going to do day 1 through day 7 or 8 that I'm in California? Those are my topics. So here I have information on cost. I learned that car rental is between $200 to $450 depending on the model car that I get. Also depends on this company, the car rental company. That's about cost, so I've color-coded it purple. Every note that I take about cost is going to have a purple edge to it. That will really help me when I go to organize myself later. Thank you. This number 4 links me back to my source of information. But I didn't make up this information. It didn't come out of my head. It came from a source, specifically Expedia.com. Later on, when I'm writing my paper, I need this information. It's super duper important that I have the information about where I got this. Now, I've also learned something else about cost. I've learned that gas is considerably less expensive in Southern California than in Northern California. And I learned that from number 3, the book Southern California. You seeing how this organization works? Okay. Now, I've also discovered that Highway 1 follows the coast and provides an occasionally hair-raising but breathtaking ride. I love that quote, that idea of it being breathtaking and hair-raising at the same time. That quote is one that I know I want to use in my paper. I got that also from this book, Southern California. And it wasn't a quote that's like Albert Einstein said this. It was just a quote from the book. So that means it's a quote from Cheryl Crabtree. And when I go to cite that source in my paper, I need that in my citation. Also in my itinerary, I've learned that the San Diego Zoo has extended summer hours. They're open until 9 p.m. during the time that I'm going to be visiting. Now, again, organization is key. Take a look, one last look, please. I learned from source number 3 information about all 3 of my topics that I've got so far. I learned about cost. I've learned about Highway 1, which goes under car versus train. And I've learned about the hours of the San Diego Zoo. This is a really important source that I'm using. Don't forget, all note cards must have a heading which connects it to the corresponding KWL question, a number which connects it to the source card,
and a color-coded system for easy organization.